Welcome to the next piece of investigations. These ones is the Hinduja brothers, right? And these are supposed to be the richest family in Britain. Wealthiest people in the United Kingdom, Hinduja brothers. And you can clearly see in this, the Judah and the Hindu, right? So this is clearly a type of play on it. Proves that the Jews and Hindus, is exactly the same thing. Judah. So I think that basically when you have India, it becomes like for example, you see how the U, you turn the U upside down, and you got the N. And obviously the J become the I. So India, Judah, it's basically the same thing. And of course the Lion of Judah and the Lion of India, same symbol. And then of course you have the British crest idea, where you got the lion and the unicorn, right? So this is clearly showing like an Indian sort of interest in the Britain. There's a clear Indian type of there's like again, like obviously you didn't get lions in Britain or Europe. You didn't get lions wandering around. So whoever came up with the crest of arms thing with the lion on, had to be an Indian basically, or an African. One or two. Look at that. That definitely translates, innit? So these Hindujas proves that the Jew and the Hindu idea is the same. You see when was the British Lion and Unicorn introduced? You got 777 quid, classic 777 quid. So something really funny about this. There's a lot of there's got to be an Indian type of investment in this what they call the United Kingdom. Of course this place was known as Great Britain. You read that book by Winston Churchill about the British Isles or something, this island race. Obviously the character is a trans as well, but a Jew. But there's interesting stuff about that type of the British Isles and all this. And it was basically called Great Britain, the British Isles. Of course that British Isles name is totally gone now. And they refer to it as just this United Kingdom, and this is Israel. This is the United Kingdom of Israel. It's not something to do with the British nations or whatever. This has got to be to do with like for example, what's Babylonia says, right? And to me, that represents the white people who are on the trans drugs, like the injectors. It's white horse, like the white horse of Kent, which is obviously very Freemasonic and that. This to me represents the because they know how to take the hormones of the horse piss, or the first started extracting the hormones from the horse urine, right? So you've got a white horse, right? And obviously a brown lion type of idea, or gold, which would be the same as brown, right? So to me, this represents these are the white trans users in Britain. And it's got chain around them, look. So these are the slaves. It's got a crown chain around the neck, and then the chain, right? That's becoming look how it's got a limp wrist and all. That's probably something to do with it. So these become the white slaves, right? And this is the Indian, king. So that's, what I mean. Again, there's that type of belt. No idea of wrapping a belt around your arm when you're injecting drugs or something, right? That's the same as on the Oxford, that belt. And again, that becomes with the spike. That becomes the serpent. So that is again that they were injecting the trans drugs. So this whole this whole thing about the lion and unicorn is basically that they were their own trans drugs users in Britain. Not in the middle seemed to be a suit of armor type of thing. Again, like a suit of armor would be again like the idea of being a trans. 3 red claws for the 33s. So there's a lot of cord in that. With a chain around its neck. Eunuch slaves. And it always has a red rose as well, the lion one. ET, like a triple top. There's 7 there on the harp thing, obviously doing it an island type of thing. 7. Again, red rose. Golden, the golden, like golden brown, which was sung by the Stranglers, golden brown. They definitely put trans users in there, white slaves. And there's even, I guess, SS on the side. Loads of codes in it. And then lying on the top, lying on the top. So you have the stranglers, the trans stranglers, the trans stranglers with a golden brown texture like sun. Again, what they used to say about this song was it was about injecting heroin drugs, but now it's more about injecting the trans drugs. It was about injecting the trans drugs, not the heroin. Interesting lyric was with my mind she runs. So it's about chasing the woman idea out of the see that the blocks of trans, right? FTM. Here's me down with my mind she runs. No need to fight. So getting rid of the being a female, getting rid of being a female and becoming a man through their trans drugs, The singer was called Hugh Cornwell, Unicorn. Again, like Hugh, like a thuggy cult or something, Kentish town, like the White Horse of Kent. So, you know what I mean? It's always a type of codes. Highgate where Karl Marx is buried and all that. On transmission, on a trans cock entertainment. Total trances. Here you're talking about the word corn, right? Symbolises abundance, prosperity and blessing, God's provision for his people, right? So again, this corn is coding the type of trans drugs for the God's chosen people and all that, right? Here's 100 times, corn. It's a total code. Look at this one here, Genesis 42, again 6. when Jacob saw that there was corn in Egypt, said unto his sons, get you down thither and buy for us from thence, that we may live and not die. Again, this is talking about the trans medicine, buying it from Egypt, which becomes, like India or Africa or something like that, see? The Jacob, buying and getting the trans medicine. When I'm talking about a famine, like a famine idea becomes me trans medicine, Of course, this was one of the biggest events like in history, but look how much hex cure and that there is in it. Look what time it took place. 1983 to 1985, so basically 1984, 1984. And they were sort of hexing people in the West, about this type of idea, about how primitive and, all this it is over in Africa, it had to be a hex. I remember the films what they showed, and the kids had flies all over. This was it was obviously something to do with kids with their own trans program, It was a hex, it was set up as a hex. Obviously they raised money from the Western peoples. And things that they were trying to say in medicine, deliberately done a report that shocked the world idea, But again, it was contrived, it was set up on purpose to the door of death. Plenty of DDs and Dalits and all that. Sort of needs to be re-examined, in light of the new knowledge on it. Again, these Ethiopian peoples look quite Indian, A lot of it had to be contrived, to create the type of shocking imagery. Like very biblical type of imagery, totally. So Ethiopia, is very much like India in that they must practice type of religious stuff again, Of course, the Ethiopian eunuch with the Bible, These kids must have come with a trans program, they must have come out of the trans program, malnourished or something, So it's the exact opposite of what they're trying to claim with this, really. That this is based on like primitivism and their sort of developed technologies and all this. And basically reality is these kids have come with the product of the technology type of thing, see? Obviously they're keeping it well out the way type of thing, Presenting with sort of biblical, profane imagery, Very similar to what it did in the World War II stuff, No, that was text. And this what comes in under the line of Judah idea, Solomonic Ethiopian, Mariam. So there's definitely some, form of connection between India and Ethiopia. Both totally biblical and, definitely the main countries, in the Bible and all that, Trans medicine coming from there and all,